Hi guys, welcome back to the channel, Yacht Crafter. My name's Julie and today is Sunday, so we have our weekly catch up, my Wip and Chat. So I'm going to tell you guys about what we have been up to this week and yeah, what's been going on. And today I am cross stitching, so I'm working on the Autumn Favourites by Shannon Christine Designs, and the part I am on now is the truck. It's the harvest truck. I think it's got pumpkins in the back of it. So that's what I'll be working on today while I am catching you guys up what's happened this week. So Monday, I got up, had my coffee, sorted out the pets, was washing up, and then after that I stitched a little bit. I was working on Cup of Chia, so I was working on that until lunchtime. And for lunch I had some mini sausage rolls, some of the party sausage rolls. So I had that for my lunch. And then in the afternoon I carried on a little bit with Cup of Chia until it was time to feed the pets their tea and take Ted out for his walk. So I did that, and then when I got back we were sorting out tea. My husband had already put the bolognese back on to warm up because we were making it into a chili con carne. So I did the kidney beans, and yeah, he set it to warm it back up, and we had some of that with rice. So chili con carne with rice, and I think we had some pita breads in the freezer. We had a couple left, so we had half a pita bread each to go with it. And then in the evening when I came up here I was sorting out a new bottle, a new glue bottle that Mark had given me. He ordered a pack of, I think it was 6, a pack of 6 or something like that, and yeah, he gave me 2 to use for the glue for the Disney dollhouse. So I was sorting out putting some wood glue in one of the bottles. It had one of the precision nibs on. I just thought it'd be easier to especially doing these walls and them being so thin, so I can precisely get the glue where it needs to be. So yeah, I was sorting that out, and then about 6:30 I went into StreamYard because we were going live with the Disney dollhouse at 7. So I got in there, sorted out my camera, made sure I had everything out that I needed, quickly read through the magazine and what we were doing, and then I was chatting with Chris for a little bit before we went live. Excuse me. And then yeah, like I said, at 7 o'clock we went live with the Disney dollhouse, and we were doing issue 44, and we were doing the same as what we'd done last week. We were doing one of the long walls for the Winnie the Pooh garden drawer. So yeah, that's what we did this week. So yeah, the same as last week. So Let me just have a sip of coffee and then I need to count to where I've got up to. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Hang on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. So let me just double check that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. I need another 2. So after we had done the Disney dollhouse, we were chatting a little bit afterwards, and then when I came off I was watching a bit of YouTube in bed on my tablet. So I was doing that, and then then I went off to sleep. So then on to, excuse me, Tuesday again. I got up, had my coffee, sorted out the pets, washed up, and then I was doing some more cross stitch. So I was working on the name game, which is the the pattern from the Disney cross stitch sampler. It was one of the extra patterns. I think I started it a couple of years ago when I was first cross stitching, and I haven't finished it yet. It's either one or the oldest whip that I have for cross stitch. I think I started it in, I'll be able to tell you actually because I've got it on here. I started it 2021 for my birthday, so the 3rd of September 2021, it was my birthday start, and I've had a lot more whips since then. So but it's one of my oldest whips. Oh no, that is not my oldest whip. No, my oldest whip is the Doreen Jones Snow and Sparkle, because I started that one the 15th of August 2021. So Snow and Sparkle is my oldest whip, but the name game is my second oldest whip. Anyway, so Tuesday morning I was working on that up until lunchtime, and then for lunch I had some noodles, and then in the afternoon I pulled out this cross stitch, Autumn Favourites. So I was stitching on that one, on this one, should I say? That one, this one? I don't know. So I was working on Autumn Favourites until it was time to feed the pets, get Ted walked. So I did that, and then Mark and our eldest took Ted for his walk, because they were going to the shop. They were going to the shop anyway, so they said, well, if you get the pets fed, we can take Ted with us onto the shop. So they did that, and they got back. When they came back, they said we've picked up something for tea because we didn't have anything in. So they picked up a couple of pizzas from the shop. So we had pepperoni pizza. So yeah, pepperoni pizza for tea. So we had that. And then we got cleaned up and tidied up. Then when I came up here, I was stitching a little bit on Autumn Favourites before I went into StreamYard. So I went into StreamYard about 6:30. Because I was helping Chris with her Eddie Stobart. So yeah, I was helping Chris with that. Then afterwards we had a bit of a chat, and then when I came off, I again settled down into bed and I was watching some YouTube. I've pretty much been catching up with FlossTube and stitching, and I still had, well, mainly this week I've been catching up with people's whip parades. So yeah, there's obviously some main YouTubers that I like to watch, and then some other channels that I needed to catch up with, whip parades and vlogmas, and so I've been going back and watching some of those. Sorry if I keep stretching my arm across. I am making sure I am keeping up with Pattern Keeper and making sure I keep a track of where I am. So, yeah, I just needed to move the pattern across a bit so I could see what I was doing and where I am. So yeah, I've been catching up with other people's holiday videos and vlogmas and things like that, mainly this week. So yeah, whenever I come off a chat or whatever, and yeah, I'll settle down into bed and catch up with some of those. So then on to Wednesday. Wednesday morning I worked on S is for Strawberry, the cross stitch. So I was working a little bit on that, and then at about lunchtime I went and had my bath. I wasn't feeling very hungry, so I went and got my bath. So I did that, and then in the afternoon I was getting some washing and drying and all that fun stuff done, house bits. Whoops, tablet's just fallen down. Stand that back up. So then yeah, so I was yeah, getting some washing sorted. So yeah, I was doing that, and then it got to tea time, and yeah, just we were just having a bit of yeah, a bit of a day. We're all just feeling a bit, yeah, I don't know, we're just all having a bit of an off day and just couldn't be bothered to do anything. So we all decided to come upstairs. I think Jack and Oliver, they decided they were going to watch DVD in the bedroom. Jack had treated himself to Spider-Man or something. I don't know if it was a new, yeah, it might have been a new one actually, the new Spider-Man. So they decided they were going to go into the bedroom and watch that. I was up here. What were I doing up here? Watching YouTube and diamond painting, and then about half an hour or so later, Mark said, right, I'm going to order us some tea. So we ended up having a takeaway for tea. So I had, well, me and the boys, we had the family chicken box, and it came with 9 pieces of chicken. Normally a chicken family box normally comes with like 7, 8 pieces at max, but this one, yeah, ended up coming with 9 pieces of chicken. So me and the boys shared that. We had 3 pieces of chicken and some chips, because the bottom of the box was all covered in chips, and then they were, yeah, I think they'd done some at the bottom, put the chicken in, and then put like another scoop of chips or something in, so you get like two scoops of chips. And so yeah, me and the boys shared at that, and it was nice. It was a nice tea. And then I diamond painted for another little bit while I was finishing off a YouTube video I'd been watching. But yeah, I'd say that was at least another hour or so. But no, I wouldn't have got straight into bed or anything like that after eating. No, I've done that in the past, and yeah, it's not been nice. Yeah, lay on my stomach watching YouTube, and so yeah, after eating I wouldn't do that. So yeah, we had that, and then so yeah, then when I got into bed, then I was catching up with some YouTube. I think by the Wednesday I was then catching up with people's New Year videos, whether they were talking about the goals for the year, whether they had waited and then done their whip parades in the new year and then telling people about their plans for the year. So yeah, I was just catching up with those. So then on to Thursday. So Thursday, Mark had an appointment. Had to travel to go see the neurologist, and basically they have said all of his tests and everything like that have come back clear. Last time when he went for tests, he did actually say in his notes about like the family history and things like that. So yeah, they did quite a thorough one. So, but yeah, they were saying about his arthritis and everything else like that, but it wouldn't be causing as many problems as what he is having. Yes, he's got arthritis, but they've put it down to PTSD, so post-traumatic stress disorder. So yeah, what does that mean? Yeah, obviously I know what that means, but yeah, obviously that's, you know, you guys know what's said before, so I'm not saying anything new, anything different, but yeah, obviously I know what that means, and yeah, I think you guys will probably figure that out for yourselves, but it's not for me to say. But yeah, so we're going to be having some more appointments and things like that coming up soon. They did say that they want to do another nerve ending test, because they did that last time, you know, where you have all like the sticky probes and everything like that. So they said it's been a while since we've done one of those, so we'll book you in for another one of those. But yeah, the PTSD, so yeah, we'll just wait for appointments and things like that to come through and just see what happens next. So anyway, before I start getting into too much detail and getting myself into trouble, the appointment wasn't until the afternoon, so my husband did say to me the night before that he would like to go round Wakefield for a little bit, because that is on our route to his appointment. We have to get from Dewsbury, where we are, to Pontefract, where the appointment is, and we have to go through Wakefield. So we get the bus to Wakefield, and then from Wakefield we can get a train to Pontefract, where the appointment's at. So we ended up setting off here in the morning because, like I said, my husband decided we're going to go and have a look round Wakefield, because we've been there a couple of times and never really looked round or shopped or, you know, anything like that. So he said, well, the appointment isn't till about 2ish, 2:15. So he said if we set off in the morning, we can go and have a wander round, go stop somewhere for lunch, and then make us way on the train. So yeah, we did that, and I discovered a new stitchy shop. It's actually called Knit Stitch or Knit Shop. I'll have to take a screenshot next time we go, because I can't actually remember the name of the shop, but it's in like a precinct thing. There's like in the middle of Wakefield, it's like a cross shape, and there's like a big statue and like a map thing in the middle, and then there's rows of shops that go off. So say this is the middle, like where the statue and things is, there's a row of shops up here, down here, across here and across here. So it's like a cross shape of different rows of shops and things. So a bit like a shopping precinct, would you say? I think that's what they call it. But yeah, that was the stitchy shop. Is I think it was in this row of shops here. So yeah, it was in there, and there was some of the regular shops in there as well. There was a pound shop, there was a Savers, there was a Boots, so yeah. I think I've gone a little bit wrong. I need to have a look at the picture a minute, guys. I don't think I've gone wrong, but I think I've missed off. Yeah, I need to go back and do those ones under there. Is there any headlights? No, I'm looking at the rear of the truck. Right, so sorry about that. So, but yeah. So we ended up at a little coffee shop for lunch. So yeah, we had a coffee and a nice sandwich, and then we'll just sat chit-chatting a bit, and then Mark said, you know, I won't be a minute. Went up to the counter, and he came back with a piece of carrot cake. Oh, it was nice. Lovely carrot cake, love it. And this one was quite heavily spiced. Normally carrot cake is not as heavily spiced as what that one was. It was still nice, but yeah, I think there was quite a lot of cinnamon, but yeah, there was quite a lot in that slice. But yeah, so he bought it for me, but then we ended up sharing it. So yeah, like I said, went for a coffee, had a sandwich, and then we had a slice of carrot cake, which was very nice. and then we made our way for the train. So yeah, so then we went for the appointment, and obviously that's what was said, and but yeah, just wait and see what happens next. So yeah, just wait and see what happens. So after the appointment we made our way back on the train, and then from Wakefield we got the bus back, and then we figured out, well, my husband said, well, surely we've got, you know, a bus from home straight to Wakefield. If we try and work out the opposite stop to where we got off at, we should be able to get the bus from here then straight back to Dewsbury. So yeah, we as we were walking up one road, our bus actually came down, but then it got stopped by some traffic lights, so we had to quickly try and get across this busy main road, which was a bit of a nightmare, but we did it just before the lights changed to green. So yeah, I had to hot-tail it down to the bus stop. Luckily there was a bit of a queue. I think there was about another 4 people ahead of us, so then it gave time for Mark to get to the stop. And but yeah, so then we got the direct bus straight home at the end of our street, so then we just had to walk on and then we're home. So then make sure I've got that right. That one there as well. Make sure I'm not off counting. So yeah, so when we got home, our eldest made us a drink. He wasn't at uni, he was still off for the Christmas break, so he doesn't start back until next week. We thought he was back this week, but nope. Right, let me count this to make sure I'm right. Yeah, just making sure I'm right. So yeah, when we got home, our eldest made us a drink, and we were just unpacking and sorting bits and pieces, and then trying to think. So then we had tea. We had when we were out, we actually stopped at a bakery at the Couplands and got some sandwiches for tea. So we had that for tea. I had a tuna mayo little roll thing, and then a couple of cheese straws, because we picked up some cheese straws while we were there. I think it's 5 for £1.50 or something. So I had that for tea, and then when I came up here, I was getting myself organised for the crafting quiz. So I actually stitched on this one, on Autumn Favourites, for the crafting quiz, and Horlicks was doing his Horlicks's Fortunes. He'd been sort of looking for new questions and new subjects and things like that we could do for it. So yeah, we did that. And then when was it? I think, yes, it was that Thursday I was helping on the Titanic live stream because of work patterns and work shifts, and Geordie and Dano were doing their Titanic on Thursday after the crafting quiz. So yeah, both me and Horlicks were helping Geordie, Dave and Dano. So yeah, we came out of the crafting quiz and basically went straight over onto the other live stream. I think we got there just after past, and yeah, it should have gone live at past. But yeah, it was just a little bit after, so it wasn't longer than 10 minutes, I don't think, so it was still okay for like Facebook and wherever they stream it to. So yeah, so after the crafting quiz we're helping with the Titanic. So then after Titanic, I think I maybe stayed in chat for 10-15 minutes, maybe 15, yeah, not long, because I wanted to go and watch Shalene's Creativity Room. She does a floss tube live on a Thursday. Between the time zones, it works out at 10 PM for us in the UK to watch Shalene. I think it's usually 4-5. I think it's 5 o'clock ish her time, so 10 o'clock UK, Greenwich Mean Time zone. So but yeah, I always enjoy Shalene's live floss tube and looking at the progress she's made on her projects and upcoming things, and crafting events and stitch alongs, and so yeah, I always like to go and watch her and don't want to miss it. So yeah, I came out of chat and yeah, I was watching Shalene live. And then after that I was catching up with some other YouTube. I think I went and watched Shalene's morning video, and then I went to watch Jen's World of Stitches. I watched her video, and then yeah, it was getting on till about midnight. So yeah, I then decided to settle down for the night. Then on to Friday. So Friday was catch up day, sort of catching up with things from Thursday that I didn't get to do, sort of cleaning round and sweeping and vacuuming up and all that fun stuff. And then there was a bit of washing to finish off, so I was doing that, and then I started on with my normal Friday jobs. which is changing the bedding and baths. So then, which means more washing. So yeah, washing. So yeah, I was doing some more of that and just finishing off, like I said, what I didn't manage to do on Thursday. So yeah, I was doing that and make sure it was all done and everything. So yeah, I just wanted to make sure I had all caught up. So for tea on Friday we had soup, some soup and baguettes, not baguette, baguettes. So we got some of the half-baked baguettes. So we got some of those to go with the soup. So I put those in the oven to warm through, and then heated up the soup because I had some chicken soup, and we got yeah, the baguettes out the oven and sliced them up, and while they were still a little bit warm, we got them buttered. So yeah, it was nice and melted butter in a lovely warm baguette. Nice. So yeah, chicken soup and a baguette for tea. It was really nice. Don't think I'm gonna get that to stretch, so tuck this in. I don't think, no, that wouldn't be long enough. I'd have got in a mess. So yeah, had that for tea. Oops. And then in the evening when I came up here, I think I was doing a little bit of diamond painting, and I was helping in another live stream. So I was helping Horlicks. So I think we actually said in the show that I'd never been in one of his own live shows. So yeah, I've never been on one of his building streams, so that was my first one, and it was the VW camper van. So I was helping with that, and he was putting he'd already done some of the floor pan. He'd put a couple of seats in, I think that was the previous, and then this issue there was like the plate that goes behind the seats before you get to the back of the camper van, and there's all like carpets and mats and things like that. So he had to put the dividing plate in. So it was a case of slotting it in. You had to try and hold it, but then you had to flip the whole assembly over to then screw it in. And yeah, he was he said, yeah, this is a bit of a fiddly job. So yeah, it was a case of needing an extra pair of hands to get something like that done, but he managed it and he did good. So yeah, we were just chit-chatting a little bit, and then he ended the show, and then straight after he was doing another live stream, and Dave was helping him. DS Models and Vintage was helping him with that show. But so yeah, I was watching that and totally glued, and yeah, I was I don't know if I was diamond painting or whether I was stitching. Oh, I was diamond painting. Yes, I was diamond painting the giraffe while I was watching the roller coaster. And every so often I'd look up and look at the screen and see what he was doing. And yeah, I didn't get much diamond painting done, put it that way. I was absolutely glued. It looks an absolutely gorgeous kit, all made out of wood. It all sort of links and clicks together, and there's no glue or anything needed. It's just, yeah, just the genius of it all, and just the way it's done, the way it all clicks together, and yeah, it's going to be amazing when it's done. And the bits that he's built so far, I think the previous week he'd done some of the loop, the loop. I think maybe a quarter or half of it. I don't know what the size is going to be, but the bit he did this week, I think it was some of the track that the carriage or whatever hangs from. But yeah, like I said, the way it all sort of interlocks and clicks together and has like wooden locking pieces that click the pieces together, and it's just going to be amazing when it's finished. But yeah, it's the wooden roller coaster, so if you're interested, go check it out. He's done 2 so far. Like I said, the previous week he'd done some of the loop, and then this week was some more of like the hanging track that I think the carriage is going to hang from, which then obviously makes it go around the track and things like that. So he was also looking through the instruction book, and he said he was showing us and explaining how the book's laid out. So you do some of the course, some of the track, and then it's more onto what he's done this time, some of like the hanging carriage and the mechanism of it, and then you go and do another bit of something else. I can't remember what the other thing was, but then you go back and you'll do some more of the loop, and it's sort of broken up into sections is the instruction book. So but yeah, I'm loving watching him build that. So then I think he finished about 10 o'clock with the roller coaster, or just before 10. So yeah, I didn't decide to go into after chat because it was already 10 o'clock, so I just decided to settle down into bed and watch a bit of YouTube. So then we are on to Saturday. So that was yesterday, and yeah, it was just a chilled day. We had as normal Saturday jobs to do, you know, cleaning and whatever, but it was just a chill day, just getting done what we needed to get done, and then yeah, just I cleaned the bathroom. Then there was a bit more washing to do from baths and showers, because obviously with bedding and stuff like that, that's a washing load in its own. So there were the clothes and bits to finish off, so I was on and off doing that, getting it dried and folded and sorted, and then I had my usual bathroom job to do, and then sort of just, yeah, I think I was playing games on my phone most of the day. I didn't really fancy stitching. I don't know why, I just wasn't, yeah, I didn't want to stitch. So I was just playing games on my phone and just, yeah, just doing stuff like that. And then after tea, when I came up here, what did we have for tea yesterday? I didn't write it down, I didn't do my notes. What did we have for tea yesterday? Was it pizza? It might have been pizza. I'm not sure. I can't remember. It's just gone straight out my head. What did we have for tea? Oh, that's what it was. It was, we got a tin of the bacon grill. Yes, so we had bacon grill sandwiches for tea yesterday. So then when I came up here, I was, what were I doing? I recorded a video. I recorded my floss tube, because, yeah, Friday there was just no time. I was just so busy, and yeah, we're catching up with stuff, and there was no time to record, so I decided to do it Saturday after tea. So yeah, I recorded my floss tube for you guys to see. So I did that, got it exported, edited and whatever, uploaded to YouTube for you guys to see. So yeah, yesterday you would have had my floss tube instead of Friday, because like I said, Friday was just catch up day, and just, yeah, just catch up day. So then on to today. So this morning, got up, had my coffee, sorted out the pets, washed up, sorted out a last little bit of washing that needed doing, folded, and there was no ironing again this week, but yeah, either just ironing isn't getting sorted, or when other people, they'll just fold t-shirts and not put them to the side for ironing. So yeah, again, no ironing this week. Then I was sorting out some clothes and my towel and things to come up for my bath, so I did that. Had my bath, went back downstairs, and then Mark was getting on with Sunday dinner. It was just a normal meal this week. There were no meat or nothing extravagant. I had a chicken Kiev with some chips. Mark and the boys had sausage with chips and beans. So yeah, no big extravagant Sunday dinner this week. Yeah, so had that for Sunday dinner, and then we had a Viennetta, the ice cream thing. So we had a Viennetta for dessert between us. Then I made my coffee, and then I came up here to record for you guys. So yeah, that's pretty much where we are. So yeah, that is everything for this week. So I'm going to let you guys go and enjoy what is left of the weekend. And yeah, so yeah, like I said, that is everything for this week. So remember guys, in a world where you can be anything, be kind. Bye guys.